As always, there's a significant amount of chatter of going into a recession, of the market shifting, the market changing, whatever. Now, I first want to point out that this conversation always exists, right? When I started investing and started looking into it back in 2016 and 2017, people were convinced that a market crash in the housing market was imminent because prices just continued to go up. And I think as people, we are really, really easily attracted to kind of fear based things, right? And there's a part of us that the more fearful we are, the more conservative we feel like we're being, the better we are at planning. And we trick ourselves into thinking that we're going to be better off by thinking through all these fearful things and planning for it. And while that's true to an extent, you can also overcorrect. But there's a lot of people on YouTube that are really looking for a lot of views and will make very convincing thumbnails that the entire world is about to fall in, right? And it's human nature. They get more views, which in turn triggers other people that make content to make those same videos because that one did well. And while I do think from an economical perspective, we're in a bit of a quandary, so to speak, I don't think that sitting on the sidelines, waiting and seeing, or being overly panicked is something that you should do. And after thinking long and hard about all of this, I mean, obviously, it's good to always have reserves on hand. But for the housing market, I think we are in a different spot than we ever have been. I believe that, with inventory as low as it is, with labor shortages, with supply shortages, it's not like it's going to become cheaper to build homes. So I don't see the inventory doing anything but getting lower, right? So even if interest rates go up, even if a lot of people are no longer able to afford homes, you've got like a disproportionately low inventory on the homes that are available. So one of the things that I think is often overlooked is while things like the Great Depression are really bad, while things like, the '08 crash of homes and all the people that lost homes, like, while that's not good, you also have a significant number of people that are building businesses and are thriving during those times, right? So I would look up businesses that started during the Great Depression and are still around today. I would start researching, what type of investors made a significant amount of money in 2008. And I would put any fears that you have to rest by planning in similar methods that these people started out in, right? So if you look at the people that were impacted by '08, by the people that lost their homes, I would listen to as many of those stories as you can. I would find plenty of people that, went bankrupt during those times or that did pretty well in those times. Interview them, figure out what you can do in the next recession to kind of put you at ease and make you comfortable and consider in continuing to acquire properties and continue to work on your business, because sitting on the sidelines waiting, not a good option. There's a really good book that I have recently read several times by Howard Marks called The Most Important Thing. I would read that a couple of times. I think that's good. And that was written just shortly after 2008. So I think it's a really fun perspective.
Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.